Samajkoawaj.com.
Namaste. We are here at the palace. It's a Gorkha palace initially. The Kalika temple. It's a palace of King Prithvinarayan Shah. The first king of Liglikut and Gorkha. The Dravish Shah, who came from the Lamjung palace as a prince. He established his first kingdom at the Liglikut. And in the same year, he arrives here after his conquering of this Upallakot. Then he started ruling here as a palace. This palace is built by his grandson, Ram Saha. So, it's a history of the Gorkha. It's a history of the bravery. It's the history of the bravest of the brave. The Liglikut dynasty, who becomes a Gorkha king. Then after, they became the king and the kingdom from Sikkim to Kangra, the greater Nepal, who enhanced Nepal as a greater Nepal, who saved from the northern attackers' invasion, also the British invasion. Many were even the Indians. They launched several attacks against Nepal. So this dynasty, who saved the Nepal. So we are in front of Gorkha Palace, and now we are going to introduce about the palace. The priest, he is one of the family. There are 6 families, namely Panta, Aryal, Khanal, Bohra, Rana Magar. And I also would like to remind you, the king was brought by the people. It was like the democracy at that time. The Gorkha people, the Lamjungi people, they called the Darbe Saha here, so that the Gorkha kingdom was possible to be erected, established over here. So among that families, the 6 families, one of the Bohra family, he has become a priest over here. So I request him to give some introduction about the palace. I thank you, sir. So I welcome. He's the Lila Bahadur Bohra.
ठुलो यसमा दशैंमा ठुलो दशैंमा र चैते दशैंमा राँगाको बलि हुन्छ। यसमा राँगा मात्रै बलि हुन्छ। यो सेकेन्ड बलि हुन्छ, त्यहाँ सतारको बलि हो नि, त्यो अर्को मौलो छ, त्यसमा सतार राँगाको बलि हुन्छ। बोकाको बलिहरू बोका भेडा भित्र हुन्छ। यो रङ्गमहल भन्छ, राजा रानीहरूले रिल्याक्स गर्ने अथवा यहाँ नाचगान भएको अरू पूजाआजा भएको बेलामा, राँगाहरू काटेको बेलामा त्यहाँ बसेर हेर्ने राजा रानीहरूले। राजा बस्ने दरबार यही पार्ट थियो, यहाँबाट जोडिया छ दरबार। यो अहिले भूकम्पले क्षति पुर्याएर अहिले निर्माण हुँदैछ। त्योबाट यता मन्दिर पनि क्रस हुन्थ्यो। मुख्य मन्दिर भनेको अब यो गोरखकाली मन्दिर भयो, यतापट्टि गुरु गोरखनाथको मन्दिर छ, गुफा छ, अनि त्यसको साइडमा पशुपति छन्, तल भन्ज्याङमा हनुमान, उपल्लोकोट काली छन्, तल्लोकोटमा पनि काली छन्।
अनि यो पहिला परम्परामा राजपरिवारले मात्रै यो देवीको दर्शन गर्न पाउने परम्परा थियो भने सुनेको के सत्य हो?
त्यो अहिलेसम्म पनि परम्परा त्यही नै छ। राजा रानी बाहेक र युवराज घोषणा भएपछि जेठो छोरोले चाहिँ उत्तराधिकारी पाएपछि बल्ल उहाँले पनि दर्शन गर्न पाउनुहुन्थ्यो, नत्र पाउनुहुन्थेन।
ओरिजिनल मूर्तिलाई अरूले देख्न
पाउँदैन।
अनि पुजारीको के छ परम्परा?
हजुर,
पुजारीको परम्परा कन्या केटा हुने हो कि पाको मान्छे भए पनि हुने?
होइन, पुजारी त अब म नै पुजारी हो। तीनजना हुन्छ यहाँ भित्र पूजा गर्ने। बोहरा म भइहालेँ होइन। खन खवास भन्ने अर्को एकजना मेरो साथी हुनुहुन्छ, सारू मगर भन्ने अर्को एकजना हुनुहुन्छ।
मगर खवास भन्ने क्षेत्रीय,
खवास भन्ने अब त छुट्टै जातमा पर्छ। अब त्यो मगरसित नि बिहाबारी गर्दैनन् तिनीहरूले। खन खवास
भनेको त्यो बेलाको इतिहासमा छ नि।
यहाँ पुजारी 3टा हुनुहुन्छ।
हजुर, के पूजा भनेको प्रत्येक अष्टमी, शुक्ल पक्षको अष्टमी, महिनाको 2टा अष्टमी पर्छ, र चैते दशैं, बडा दशैं, अन्य पर्वहरू पनि हुन्छन्।
हस्, पुजारीज्यूलाई धन्यवाद। Yes, Nepal had many principalities, almost 54, which has been known formally, but there were so many, more than 54, maybe hundreds. Every village, every town It was like a kingdom. People used to say kingdom, so far. The Gorkha, the teenest, the youngest kingdom, very poor, very newly established kingdom, which became as a statue of Nepal for the unification campaign, for the greater Nepal, in the globe, in the world, the bravest of the brave, Gorkha. The house of the bravest of the brave, the Gorkha. So, I would like to call upon the former Additional Inspector General of Police, Rohit Thapa, for his kind remarks on how the Gorkha dynasty started and the values of Gorkha kingdom. Please, sir.
Thank you, General Basnyat. Before starting the events of Gorkha Kingdom and Gorkha Palace and Kalika Temple of Gorkha, we have to go backward few centuries back. Around the last half of 15th century, Rana Rishiraj Bhattarak was king of Chittor, India, now in India. And he was defeated by the emperor of Delhi, Akbar. And his two sons fled away from there to Vichitra Khan, son of Micha Khan. He was brought to Kaski and he was made the king of Kaski in Kaski court. And his son Naraj Khan and his grandson Jagati Khan, who became king of Kaski respectively. And Jagati Khan, he is the first Saha king, because Saha title was given them by the emperor of Banaras, because Kaski king had supported Banaras empire in the moment of crisis. So they were given the Saha titles. And after then, he had a very good governance in Kaski. He had very good justice system. Very rational rule was in Kaski. In the same time, in Lamjung, Gorkha, also there were so many principalities, small kingdoms, and they were ruled by some local chieftains. And in Lamjung there was Ghale king, and people were suffered from the rule of Ghale king. They were very much suppressed, suffered. In that moment, Chabilal Dura and Madhai Dura, they came to Lamjung from Kaski to observe how Lamjung is. And they found the condition, situation, position of Lamjung, that people suffering. And they advised the people of Lamjung that it is better to go Kaski and bring a Saha king in Lamjung. So Madhai Dura, Sukram Kyabcha, Kusmakar Ghimire also followed these two Dura brothers, and they went Kaski, and Kaski king gave them Kalu Saha, his second son, to become king of Lamjung. But Kalu Saha could not get an opportunity to rule Lamjung longer. He was killed by the Ghale kings in a conspiracy. After then, they went to Kaski Darbar again in the leadership of Khajedura, Chamu Dingal, and the same team of the previous one. And they convinced king of Kaski, S. Brahma Saha, that Kalu Saha was killed due to his own recklessness. And when the king was convinced in this point, he agreed to give his younger son, around the age of 12, 13 years old. He was sent to Lamjung, and they brought Drabya Saha to Lamjung, Sindure Dunga, and they welcomed him over there in Turlung Court and brought to Puran Court of Lamjung. And after again assaulting with the Gale kings were defeated and good governance was established in Lamjung. Yasobrahma Saha became very popular king of Lamjung. Looking all this, in the moment, after his death, in the year Bikram Sambat 1615, Narari Saha became the king of Lamjung, and Drabya Saha was deputed to Rainas Court as the regional governor of Lamjung. In that period, Gorkha also was suffering by the same problem, and a team headed by Narayan Aryal approached to Drabya Saha in Rainas Court, and they discussed and finalized the strategy. And in the first phase, they attempted legally court. After then, Mathilo court and this Talo court Darbar and the other small principalities around this area. This is the starting history of Gorkha Palace, how it was built. And then along with this, the forefathers of Drabya Saha, they brought the Kali, the flag Nishan of Kali from India with them. They brought it in Ridi, and they established Alam Devi over there. And the replica of the Alam Devi was carried one after another from Lasarga to Nawakot, Western Nawakot, then Kaski, then Lamjung Darbar. And when Drabya Saha conquered Gorkha and established Gorkha, he also brought a lamp with the power of Kali from Lamjung Darbar, and he established this Kalika temple here in Gorkha. And it is very popular place of worship and power. So people come here for paying homage to Goddess Kali, Jai Kali.
The beginning, the starter, the origin of the Gorkha kingdom, it begins from the Lamjung kingdom. The prince, the second prince of the Lamjung king, Yasobrahma Saha, he comes in the invitation of the local Gorkhali peoples with the help of Lamjung as well. So first time he arrives at the legally court with the help of the local people. So in 1559, he launches an attack against the Gali chieftains of the legally court. And it was during the Dasai festival of 1559. So the local chieftains, Gali kingdom, they were defeated, and the Drabya Saha established the first Saha kingdom in the Gorkha. So he made a palace over the legally court. And in the same year, he erected an army unit, an army organization. The commander-in-chief of Bhagirath Panta, severally, he had appointed Ganesh Pandey as the chief minister, Narayan Aryal, Vishweswar Khanal, Sarveswar Khanal, correction. Gangarab Nanamagar was the chief judge over there. So, the same army who is erected at the legally court is the continuation of present Nepalese army. The legally court army, they invaded over this Uppalakota and Tallakot. Then after the Gorkha kingdom established, even the name Gorkha, it was given by the Drabya Saha. There was no more Gorkha before 1559. So, King Drabe Saha, the founder of the Gorkha kingdom, the founder of the initiator of the unification campaign of Nepal, he was the son of the kingdom of the Lamjung. So, the relation between Lamjung and Gorkha, the unification campaign, it is the father of the unification campaign is the Lamjung, the mother is the Gorkha. So that the relation between Lamjung, Gorkha, Rhinos Code, Legally Code, in between there is a Chef River. It had been tied very strongly. So, King Drabe Saha, he was really great.